Baby, you give me ice and fire.
Hey Legacy Builders, welcome back to the channel. So my name is Tasha. If you're new here, I'm going to be tracking expenses in this video on this one quicksilver credit card. I'm tracking from the 17th of April through the 22nd. I'm filming this video on Sunday. I normally film it on a Wednesday, but I got a little bit behind because of spring break and all of that. But we're going to see where we spend our money for the last week, maybe week and a half. So when I updated you guys on our spending, we ended on the 17th, and the last charge was the Chinese restaurant that left us with a balance of $578.77. So let's start with the 18th of April, and I'll tell you where we spent our money there. So the first payment we made was to our cell phone bill for $131. Then we had two Stop and Shop charges for household items, $857 and $304. And then I had a Lyft charge. That is a travel expense, so it's coming from transportation for $21.98. And then there was a tool my husband had to buy from Ace Hardware. That's a household expense for $10.88. That brought us to $623.21. So on the 18th, we spent a total of $199.16 that day. $131 was for bills, $22.49 was household, and then about $45 was miscellaneous and wellness on that date. And now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the 19th. I don't think we had any no spend days in the last week. So let's just move on. So on the 19th, there were two charges at a local what do you call it? It's not really a grocery store, but like a deli kind of place. We bought some wellness items for $20.80. And then my husband had another charge, which I'm not sure what that was. So I put miscellaneous, and it's $2.59. So now we're going to get into the charges that were made on the 19th. The first one was an MTA charge. So that was for traveling, and it's going to come from our transportation fund, and that was $2.75. That brought our balance to $649.38. And then a Walgreens charge. I bought a mixture of health and wellness items, so that's going to come from wellness, our wellness fund, and that was $37.78. That brought our balance to $687.16. And then the third charge on the 19th was from Family Dollar. I bought some household products, and then I bought a game for my children to play. So we decided to play Connect 4. So I bought that. It was $23.52. Brought our balance to $710. And then on the 20th, my first charge was household items. I spent $13.99. And that brought our balance to $724.67. The second charge was for another travel expense. I paid to take us out for breakfast, and that was $275. That brought our balance to $727. I decided to take my kids to McDonald's that day because I had to run some errands and it was easier. So we ate out is a miscellaneous expense. We spent $24.76. That brought our balance to $751.88. And then my husband bought his weekly travel card that's coming from transportation for $33, and we now have a balance of $784.88. I also made a payment on the 20th from our budget by paycheck, so I paid $131 to cover the cell phone bill that we charged, and that brought our balance down to $653.88. So since all of these charges happened on the same day and the payment, I'm just going to draw an arrow, but I am going to highlight the payment because I like to see that gray marker there to let me know that that was a payment, that wasn't a charge, and everything is moving in the right direction, because we really do need to get this balance down. So on the 20th, we charged a total of $74.20 again, and then we made a payment of $131. So on the 18th, we spent $199. On the 19th, we spent $64.05. On the 20th, we spent $74.20. And then our total miscellaneous expenses actually only came up to $27.05. I hope I did that right. If my math is wrong, let me know. But then we still have some more charges to track on the 21st of April. So I'm going to write these in as I check on my statement. So my statement closed on the 21st, which means the balance that was reported to the credit bureau was the 653 and 88 cents. So I'm glad about that because we're still under 30% utilization and it doesn't look like we're charging a lot. And I was so grateful that my credit score went up, which is good. It's always a good thing if you track your credit. So the very first charge on the 21st was actually a bowling charge. So my 5-year-old went bowling and I went on a trip with him and his classmates. It was a whole lot of fun. But while we were waiting for food and things like that, I did buy him a drink and I bought him some chips. So I used their vending machine and I just used my credit card because I didn't know how much the things were, the items were. It didn't say on the machine. So they gave you the option to either put in cash or to use your card. And I had his money, his trip money in his binder, but I didn't know how much each item cost. So I just decided to tap my card. So the first drink was $2, or it was candy I bought. It was $2. And when I add that to the balance that we have, it's going to bring us to $655 and 88 cents. Right. And then I went back and I charged my card again. If I had known that each item was $2, then I would have just used the cash that I had on hand, but it's okay. So I charged another $2. That brought our balance to $657 and 88 cents. I think the next time we decide to go on a trip, since I already know what the setup is like, I'll just bring enough cash for extra snacks and juice and candy and things like that. So that was it for the 21st, and we only spent $4 on that day. On the 22nd, I had a transportation charge from the MTA, travel charge, and it's going to come from my transportation fund, and that was $2.75. That brings our balance to $660 and 63 cents. And I'm going to add up until we get to the end. And then we're also going to talk about these pending transactions that I have, because I have quite a few. So the last charge that posted on the 22nd was for McDonald's. I took my kids out again to eat. It just was easier for me. And that is a miscellaneous expense because I did not plan for that ahead of time. So we charged $31.45 for lunch on that day. It posted on the 22nd. And that brought our final balance, or our ending balance, as of the end of the 22nd to $692 and 8 cents. So in total on the 21st, we spent $38.20. And on the 22nd, $38.20. All in all, for the third week, we spent $375 and 61 cents. Now, the next thing I need to do is check on the pending charges that I have from the 23rd. So we had a lift charge. We have a lift charge pending for $28.99. That is a transportation expense. I went to Target and I bought myself some clothes and some other really major needed things, if that even makes sense. I needed some things from Target and I ended up spending $368.03. So I called my husband while I was in the Target and I asked him, I said, these jeans are this much and this is how much this costs. He was like, buy what you need. I was like, but I'm nervous because I haven't spent money on myself in so long and I get kind of anxious about it. But it was needed. But that charge is pending. And then I have a second Lyft ride pending for $15.80. That will come from transportation. And then we have the $5.75 for our gas bill. We were on budget billing. They were overcharging us and they adjusted our monthly payments to $4. And because I use my credit card to make the payment, they charge us $1.75 to process the payment. So that's why that bill is only $5.75, but it is pending. So after the pending charges post, granted, we don't spend any more money on our credit card or we don't charge anything else, we should have a balance at the end of April of $1,122.90. And I'm going to zero that out. I'm going to pay everything and make sure it is zero before we cross over into May. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this expense tracking video. I hope you were productive along with me. Continue to mind your money, you guys. Manage it well and live your lives abundantly. Bye for now.